President Donald Trump has finally approved individual assistance for more Kentucky counties affected by widespread April flooding, including Louisville. The new counties include Bullitt, Jefferson, Nelson, Oldham, Henry, Meade, Grayson, LaRue, Trimble, and Carroll County.
The declaration officially unlocks funding through the Individual Assistance Program through FEMA. Now that allows folks to receive reimbursement for the essential expenses and the serious needs that weren't covered by insurance or other forms of aid.
Now, I don't know if I'm going to sell it, FEMA's going to buy it, what's going to happen?
But as you heard, there still remain some unanswered questions about how much help people will actually get. Now, we first told you about retired firefighter Tommy Hedden. In the immediate aftermath of the flooding, 39 days later, he has the disaster declaration.
But now he wants change and help that comes from closer to home. Ian Hardwick and photojournalist Jessica Farley checked back on him after we talked to him first in April.
It's never going to be a home again.
It's taken him more than a month, but now Tommy Hedden is leaving his Nelson County farmhouse for good. To stay, he said the Kentucky Division of Water needed him to raise the house 15 feet up into the air.
Where do I have this money? I'm not made out of that. I've spent all of our savings just to get where we're at.
What'd you have to spend it on?
Buying new stuff. We didn't have anything. We lost it all. Couches, tables, washer, dryer. And then you still had to make the house payment here and still pay rent.
On an island, here's his property on April 10th from our Sky 11 drone. Hedden's home sits on a raised berm meant to protect it. Instead, it was swimming in the water.
How long did we wait?
39 days after Hedden was rescued. FEMA approved Nelson County and many other Kentucky counties for individual assistance. The disaster declaration means Hedden can be paid back for some of what he spent putting his life back together, but he doesn't have a dime of that money yet.
Did you feel any better once you heard the news that it was approved?
Yeah, I do. I feel a little bit better, but it's still the unknown.
Which is why he wishes the help came sooner and from closer to home.
I believe it should be the state. Do it within days, hours, whatever.
The better way to get speed is to have it more local.
Senator Rand Paul agrees, although he backed up Governor Andy Beshear's request for FEMA's assistance with Senator Mitch McConnell.
When states are asked to pay more of their fair share, they just have to make difficult decisions. They can raise taxes, they can spend more on this than they spend on something else. But that's what being a legislator is about. It's about making choices.
While Hedden already misses holidays in his old home,
we've got to figure out where the new members are going to be.
His choice is moving on. In Nelson County, Ian Hardwick, WHAS 11, on your side.
A FEMA spokesperson told us today they are working on opening disaster recovery centers in all affected counties like Nelson, LaRue, and Bullitt.
Jefferson County will likely be one of the first sites to open, and that's what they told us today.